Hey, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm David Steele and here's me truck. And today we are riding west into the sunset. We're actually taking a 89,000 pound bulldozer to Tacoma, but let's go ahead and get in the truck. Yep, after idling, I've got the bulldozer connected up, and let's go ahead and get this thing moving on. What am I in? I'm in I think it's a 10 speed, yes, that's right, I think it's a 10. It's a 10 speed manual, so we'll be shifting gears ourselves today. That's always a challenge. And we're using a Zeemods N14. It's the version with a 5-inch tailpipe, and it's the 525, which I believe is the heaviest stock version, most powerful stock version of the Cummins N14. So it's rated 525 horsepower. It's 1850 foot-pounds of torque. Oh, and it's raining, or it's just starting to. It looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and just weigh myself here, or rather, weigh the truck. I sadly know how much I weigh. What's that noise? Oh, I'm a little to the left here. I think I should be good. What's my ride height? Oh, my ride height was low. Oops. That'll explain it. Yeah, so I bottomed the ride height as low as I could do. Let's go ahead and see what I weigh. 133,000 pounds. Okay. I dropped the ride height as low as I could, and that meant I was probably grounding on something. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. Well, it seems happy enough to move along in second gear, so it works for me. Right, let's get on the road. We've got 300 miles and 6 hours and 5 minutes. It reckons is my time it's going to take me to get there. I strongly suspect it will take longer. This is a World of Trucks trip, so I'm supposed to stop here, aren't I? Yes. So my speed limiter is in place. That is 65 miles an hour. Oh, I think I actually want to back out of this guy's way. It's a Volkswagen. It's probably not going to stop. Oh, it's not. It's a Tesla. Okay, right. I'm just going to assume there's nothing there and just go for it. Take too much of the curb. Okay. Alright. Well, so far so good. My engine is not quite up to temperature. Let's check what that is here. Let me see. Oh, it's close enough. I mean, you don't really want to rev these things to 2,000 under a high load with a cold engine, but it's not that cold. Doing 30. It's going to use cruise. As you can see, I've got to use the same hand for both cruise and steering, so I'm occasionally going to not steer and set my cruise. That's not good practice. You shouldn't really do that. It's not gaining any speed up this hill. So yeah, it's a pretty heavy cargo. It's a fairly powerful engine, but we still have to plan our gear changes pretty well. Next gear, go for 8. Okay. This engine produces peak torque at 1200 RPM, or from 1200 RPM. It's still got plenty of torque at this kind of engine speed. But we really want to, we need the power. So, that's interesting. Railway crossing here is still showing us green. I went around this too fast. Yeah, way too fast. That was not sensible, David. Sorry, bulldozer. I mean, this is still there, right? Dang. I think I can shift up. Should be able to do 55 in top gear, more or less. It'll be about 1200 revs. But it won't go much slower than that in top. Well, I'm not in top yet. It looks like I won't get the chance to get up to top either, because we're going to be turning left up here. Well, let's get off the power completely.
Get
In fact, a bit of downshift, a bit of engine brake, a bit of service brake, downshift a couple of gears. Oh, that was a little harsh on the engine. In fact, that's a little harsh on everything. So downshifting so much, if I were controlling clutch and a accelerator pedal here, it's kind of semi-automated in the manual mode. Excuse me, but if I were, I'd need to put it in neutral, match revs, and then change gear again. I was stationary. Take a picture of me. Let's block shift and miss second, and I only just missed that post. Let's block shift to 6. Okay, it will do that, but only just. And given it's a pretty heavy cargo, it does okay. I remember working on the N14 for quite a while, and this particular engine, the 525 1850, has quite a different torque curve set up to the rest of the range. I remember tweaking the shift points to suit this engine too. It does have I think it's got different hardware. It does have a different shape to the curve, and it still has more torque than the 465 I think, and the 500 horsepower versions. They only produce 1650 foot-pounds of torque. This thing has got more torque right across the usable rev range compared to the 1650, but there's a definite bump. It's got a definite hump of torque at 1200. But its main use is going to be for these heavy hauls. I've not seen that much of the sunset recently, but I know it's just over this hill. So I'm keeping it in 9th. Yeah, it's going to have enough to get up the top of this hill. Just going to back off the cruise. It's still accelerating, or trying to accelerate, I should say. Turn the corner, it's going to get up to 50. We'll try top gear. It's 1100. Is that acceptable? Is it going to hold its speed? Downhill gradient coming up, so that certainly helps. And recommended speed for this curve is 50, so we'll kind of rush it along. Yeah, it's doing it. Oh, but actually, I think I want to just let the thing lose a bit of speed. Let's keep that engine brake on, I think. And we're in darkness. Okay. Alright. That sound, is it stuff moving around the cabin? It's just annoying a little bit. It does I'm just going too quick. It's just under 50 though, it's not slowing down. And if I shift up, it might even accelerate. Let's try it. There we go. It's got a bit less engine brake at the lower speed. I'm actually going to give it a bit of help here. Oh, look at that. The weather's beautiful. It's a sniff of power, we're picking up speed. Off the power, I'm going to try and keep it at 50. I don't really want it to go any quicker than this. But I'm saving fuel, I suppose. No good if I roll it though. Okay, it's picking up speed again, but that's okay. About to set my cruise. There we go. Set it at 55. Bit of main beam. Well, a bit less driving into the sunset than I'd maybe hoped. Okay, off the power and back on the engine brake, but a left turn coming up. Oh, and I'm speeding. Not so much anymore. Yeah, I use the service brakes and I brake way too much. I switch around trucks so often, it takes me a while to get reused to whatever particular truck I'm driving in. And it doesn't help that I jump into, in this case, jump into Red Thunder and straight away do a video. I should probably spend a couple of 1,000 miles just getting used to her again.
Turn left.
Okay. Well, on the subject of my second little mini cough, I hope everyone's doing well. I've been struggling to concentrate, and still got a bit of congestion going on there, and still feeling very fatigued, but certainly getting better. And trips like this, where I gotta talk about what I'm doing, shift gear, control the speed, it's a challenge. It's way more of a challenge than I'm used to. But that's exactly why I'm doing it. Okay. I'm going to use cruise to get me up to 50. Oh, well, what's the point? Because I've got a sharp right coming up. Okay. Well, let's tell it to hit 35, and we'll see if it does it in 9th. It's a little low gear for 9th. Little low engine speed at 9th. Let's drop it down to 8th. Fine. It's a light, and it's red, so... Yeah, so trips like this are a bit of a challenge because I've got stuff going on, and just narrating what I'm trying to do as I do it, it's hard work.
Turn right.
And I nearly, yeah, so a bit of mess of my gearing there, but it'll be okay. Now, although you can turn right on a red, in fact it's gone to green, I don't really feel like trying to do that with this long trailer. It's a bit of a challenge, but you know, well, let's skip down to 2nd. I don't really want to run into this SUV. Or Escalade, I believe it is. Okay, well, let's see. Does my trailer miss everything? I think it does. Maybe? I think so. Alright. Well, section of dual carriageway coming up, and let's check my progress. I've lost 30 minutes. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. It's difficult to keep my progress going. It's difficult anyway, and then you throw in a particularly heavy cargo that just takes time to get up to speed. Do I wanna stop here? There's not really much. Yeah, I kind of think I should. Can I even get to this? I've got to turn left and go. Okay. No, so if I want to stop, I've got to turn left up here, where that Bushnell Farms trailer is turning. I'm going to turn left up here and then go all the way around and down and underneath the road I'm on to end up in the, I guess, the truck stop just over my right shoulder. And that's fine and all, but then the next day I've got to do the reverse. Well, if I keep going, I might come across somewhere else I can stay. Now I have a garage here, which I could potentially pull into, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep going. Tell the world I'm turning right, because once I get on this road I might be able to get up to cruise. Oh, there's a hill. Okay, and it looks like I'll be turning off up here soon anyway. I'm gonna set cruise and hope that it can keep me going, and check the mirror for anything coming. It's looking good. Signal what I'm gonna do. Yep, okay, well that was easily done. And I'm going to pull in. Okay. That's a little disappointing, but... And we know that we're £133,000, so we would have a permit for this, I'm sure. This one wants me to stop. Drop to first gear. Let's go ahead and pull over Stop. Okay, come on, come on. There we go. Okay, so we burnt £200 worth of diesel. That's quite a lot of weight. I wasn't aware I was driving it that hard, but okay. So rejoin this freeway briefly and take the next exit. It hardly seemed worth getting. Well, it's not worth getting up to speed, even if I'm able to, which I am really not. Oh, lots of trucks taking the same way. Okay. I do have my traffic turned up in this game. I think it's 1.65, so it's a lot more than the standard traffic. And there are occasions when you can tell. That said, quite often it feels busy. It feels, I want to say realistic, maybe realistic. It certainly feels busy. Wow, I should really have taken that night stop now. We'll let it coast down this hill, but it's not in gear. The engine revs aren't rising as we go down the hill. Let's give it a smidgen of power. Yeah, that put it in gear, but it's got like a sort of synthetic clutch effect, so that right now the clutch is out in the sense that the engine's connected to the wheels, but if we lose a bit more speed, the engine revs will drop to idle as it simulates you pushing the clutch in. Yeah, fifth gear at 15. Okay, I need to slow down. That's a little high for third. I can get away with moving off in second because my load is pointing down a hill. It doesn't feel particularly disadvantaged anyway doing that. Shifting while cornering, that's not the best use of our hands, but there we go. Alright, and back on the power. Well, my voice is starting to get a little creaky, which doesn't surprise